Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about band politics. In this video we'll be discussing how to keep the peace within the band. Unfortunately, in a group of 5 people, there is always one person who will be more driven to make the band succeed than the other 4. Now this is good in one way because they might get more gigs, get more business, and the band might progress. The downside of this is if the other 4 people aren't as committed as that other one person, it starts to create tension within the band. So first of all, you should try and set up how many gigs you're going to do a week, a month or a year. You might say we'll do 3 gigs a week, and then you limit it to 3 gigs because people might be able to commit to 3 gigs, not 7. People have different priorities. Some are married, some are single, some have children, some don't, some are at university, some aren't, some work, some don't. So try and set up a few rules when the band's formed. So the number of gigs you're going to do a week, a month or a year. And then try and keep it to that. Also try and keep to a policy of where you're going to play. Some people might not want to travel too far from their hometown. I live on the Fylde coast, which one side of our town is the sea, so you can't travel that way. So if you take somewhere like my family's hometown of Liverpool, you might say we'll travel no further than 50 miles either way out of Liverpool. So north, south, east or west, we will never travel more than 50 miles. This way it stops somebody getting a gig 150 miles away and everybody being annoyed that they have to travel that 150 miles. So try and set up that. So I'll use Liverpool as an example. You say, oh, we're never going to travel more than 50 miles away from Liverpool. There is one exception, unless the place you're playing offers you accommodation so you can stay over. You have to think about this when you travel out, you've got to travel back. But if the place is offering you a hotel room or somewhere to stay, then that might be a consideration. So with band politics, try and set up a few rules at the start that you're all happy with. Now, the next bit is voting. Let's just say there are 5 people in the band. Now you may say if you get the vote 3-2, should you do it? Or even 4-1, should you do it? Personally, I'd try and keep it where you all agree to do something. This way it stops one person feeling isolated if the vote was 4-1. So always try and agree everything, all 5 people. So set up a few little rules at the beginning, like number of gigs you're going to do a week, a month or a year, how far you're willing to travel for a gig, even how long you're willing to play. Remember, if you only have half an hour of good material, try and stick to half an hour. If you have an hour, do an hour. If you have 2 hours, do 2 hours. But don't ever get to a situation where you're playing songs that really aren't very good and can damage your career as a musician. So set up a few little things, even down to dress codes for gigs, what you're going to wear. You should always look good on stage, and an image is important, but some images won't work in some venues. They might want you to dress smarter, so you have to decide, is that something you're willing to do? So like with band politics, try and set up a few rules at the beginning that everybody is happy with. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School. So until next time, keep playing, keep practicing, and as always, goodbye.